What's up, guys? I'm happy to tell you that today is a big and important day. We're gonna try and put the front wheels on, but before we do that, I'm gonna show you how far we've made it since the last episode. Battery in, done, mounted. Thank you very much. Kevin did a fantastic job with that. Floor's done. You can see that we did a lot of bead rolling on the floor. That's gonna reduce the rattling significantly. We have brackets made for all of the seats, and we have all the brackets done for all of the straps. So all the mounting is done for that. Also, the fuel tank's in. Big step for us. It's right there. Fully mounted, ready to go. So we're on the home stretch. Axles. We just got these in, and we actually widened the car about 7 inches. So all we have to do now is do all the framework to go from the main frame to the wheel, and then the rear end's done. We're probably 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away from this thing being on its own 4 wheels. I need to deburr and eventually fit and weld all these little brackets together. So that's my job for today. I assume the rest of it's outside.
You're this idiot wearing gloves.
All right. Here we go. You can see that. All this has to come off here. That's it, we're all done. Lots of pieces here. Now we gotta put them together. That means we gotta weld. TIG welder, come here. Oh, the dog's here. Yeah. Where are we gonna do this? We gotta make an aluminum spacer before we can put those parts together. So we're just gonna whip it up in the lathe real quick. Did that come out right? Whip it up in the lathe real quick. Spacer's done. That's going to set the distance for these two parts, like so. And as long as I know what I'm doing, we'll get what we want. If I don't know what I'm doing, we're not going to get what we want. We use a little tiny square right here. Just a little guy. Just the tiny little cutest square you ever did see. It's nice and square with everything. Square with the world. And if it wasn't difficult, I wouldn't be doing it. Not quite right. See, the welder yanks on it. As soon as you put down a little bit of material, it pulls. So what you have to do is you have to be smarter than the welder. Put a weld on the other side to pull it back. You know how many times that ever works for me? None. Never works. We're gonna try it anyways. That's just the kind of person I am. Okay, don't look. Now, if we're lucky, that set it straight. But did it? No! It didn't. I told you it never works. Now we have to get aggressive with it. Do some damage. Yeah, that's right where it needs to be.
I think we should do inspection time with Kevin.
Inspection time with Kevin.
Oh, yeah. I did not mention any areas not to weld. I was only going to weld on the outside, or especially right here next to the hole. There's going to be a washer and a bolt. So right there, you might need to grind that away.
So we continue ahead. Ready? Ready. Well, guess what? The hole pattern here and this hole pattern, they're off just enough where we can't get the threads to engage in the holes. And we're talking a tiny amount here, maybe 10 thou is what I'm gonna guess. So we're gonna drill these out, and that should give us enough jiggle to get the bolts to align. That's it. To the mill. Let's go. Okay. In the T-slot she goes. I mean, if I can jiggle it with my hand, it's gonna jiggle when we drill it. Kevin, how say you?
It's probably fine because it's self-centering. Like, you can float stuff when you're drilling. It's it's not.
Do I have permission?
I'll do it.
If Kevin would do it, then that means Matt's gonna do it.
Fixing my own mistakes. That's how you learn. Not fixing other people's mistakes, because then those people never learn.
Yeah.
If you fix their mistake, how are they gonna learn?
Because I send text messages and pictures to people who I catch on mistakes.
But if you fix your own mistakes, I think I should try to clearance that some more and see if it'll fit.
Okay. Round 2. Here we go. So good. Right there. Right here. Just enough clearance to do the job. That's what we were worried about. The trick here is to put just enough heat into the part to get the job done. Not so much heat that it causes a significant amount of warping. So here we go. Of course, it's a good idea to turn on the welding hood. Nobody wants to go blind. All right, here we go.
And then I usually put some more in the middle because the plate is bowed slightly. Ooh, that's rank, dude. It smells. It's burning my eyes.
That was just me, I'm sorry.
Quick math. What's half of 15 and a half? Close enough.
Whatever.
7 3/4.
Ah! Ah! I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared.
I get scared every time I see your face.
Oh.
Because we have plenty of stock to work with. This was Ken Block's dad.
All right, we're ready to start putting together the rest of the pieces here. It's too tight, I can't get the bolt through. So I'm gonna open up some of these holes right now. I don't wanna use a drill bit. I don't have an end mill. So we're gonna get the boring head out and we're gonna play with that for a little bit. Because one, I like it. 2, it's cool. You guys are gonna like it. Okay. What am I forgetting, Juan? Forgetting a couple of key things.
You always gotta have the gloves on.
Okay. And one more thing. Safety first, kids. Of course. There's no flat spot on it. Okay. Now I make some adjustments. I know this is not the correct way to do it. You're supposed to indicate. I know. But it's a clearance hole. So all I really need to do is just skim it. You don't need much. Just a tiny little skim pass. Okay. There you go. This is the spacer we made earlier. We're gonna turn it down to make a new spacer for these parts here that Kevin's gonna show us right now. We're gonna take it down to 3/4. Back to the lathe. Ah, crap. Holes too small. It's gonna be a little while. Going about 10 thou at a time. It's gonna be a little while.
All right.
Okay. All right. Test number 2. Okay, so far so good. And there we go. Voila. Something like that. Like this.